Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Today I have another video with fall DIY inspiration for you. You don't want to miss this, so let's jump in. For this one, I'll be using a calendar page from the 2026 Dollar Tree calendar, a wood round, and I'll be mixing paints as well. So I took my two paints, that's gray and I think the other one is linen tulle, and I mixed those. It needed a little bit more toning down, so I added some white to that. Started with the brush wasn't working, changed that to a sponge dapper. Now once that dried, I am now going to apply a Mod Podge to the surface, and of course we're decoupaging again because as the video says, it's decoupaging. And if you missed the video that I did with decoupage a few weeks ago, I will link that at the end for you. So I put my calendar sheet down, used my hand to smooth that out, and then applied some heat to reactivate that Mod Podge. And then once I did that, then I took my zip sander, sanded off the excess, and now we are ready to embellish a little further. So I'm using some jute rope to go around the wood round, just to give it some dimension. And after I did that, I am now ready to add my bow. This ribbon I got from the Dollar Tree last year, and I just crunched that in the middle in the awareness fold, use some flower wire to secure the middle, and then I'm dovetailing the end. And the little piece that I cut off from the dovetail section, I'm going to just fold that in 2 times and wrap it around the center and use some hot glue to glue that down. Then I realized that it needed a little bit more, so I took another ribbon, got that from the Dollar Tree as well, and I'm doing a double bow. So I wrapped it around my fingers 2 times, then took the end, brought it around, push it in the middle, pull it back out, and then just pull the tail, dovetailed the ends, and I'm going to glue that in the center of the larger bow. Welcome to my channel. If we have not met yet, my name is Christine and you're watching DeVyne Designs. And then I'm going to add that to my wood round using some cement glue as well as a little hot glue. And then for the embellishment, I got these leaves off a fall pick. I am just going to add them under the bow. Just cut that down, glue them down, and then took the other pieces that remained and add those at the top of the bow. And then another pick, just put that in the middle right there. Now for the hanger, I took a piece of the jute cord, added some beads to that, reopen the hole that was on the board. I'm going to tie this at the back, so I entered it from the front and then tied it, and then I used a piece of canvas to just secure the end of the jute cord. And this is done, my friends. Let me know what you think about this one. This is another in the series of Hello challenges, and this month we're doing Hello Fall, and I have my friend Tammy from Happiness Created as my guest host, and our co-host is Tanya from Crafty Fox DIYs. So make sure you check them out. The links to their channels will be in the description box below, as well as the playlist that is filled with lots of talented creators. I hauled this tabletop fall decor from Hobby Lobbies earlier this year when they had their fall clearance, and this is double-sided. So, and you guys know I love double-sided. You have real estate on both sides, so use it up. So I peeled off the sticker, sanded it down, and now I'm giving it a good coat of white acrylic paint. So now to just stain the base of our pumpkin, I'm applying some Waverly antique wax, and after I applied that, I took a wet baby wipe and just removed the excess. I got this pack of vintage scrapbooking paper from Amazon haul. Yes, that's the Amazon Temu, and I love the designs that are on here. So I selected the sheets that I'm going to be using. Two actually that says 99 cents, and it has a little birdhouse on there and some writing, and the other two that has the fall colors that I'm going for. Now there are many things that you could decoupage on your project. Let's say you don't have the scrapbooking paper or anything that I'm using here. Dollar Tree has transfers. You can use napkin, you can use rice paper, anything that you can apply on here. You can also use tissue paper if you don't have what it requires. You can also paint it and handwrite on it. Those are ways that you can decorate or you can embellish your project. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, just as long as it suits you and you are able to do it. And then once I finished that, I took the zip sander, sanded off the excess, and then to do the top, this is afterthought. I'm using some cool bisque, just gave it one good coat, and now I'm using some Mod Podge multi to just seal the paper, make sure that it's covered and protected. And then once that was done, I took the heat gun. Guys, look at my heat gun, it's so tattered. I've had this for so long, and just dried that. And then I flipped it around because, like I said, we are using both sides. Gave it another coat of white paint. And now I'm going to just reopen those little slots that were on the wood, and I'm using the X-Acto knife to do that. Friends, if you are coming over from the playlist or any of the other channels, welcome. I'm so happy to have you. If this is your first time, thank you so much for stopping by. On this channel we do lots of budget-friendly crafting. So then I flipped it over again, and we're working on the reverse side. This is a iron-on that I got from Amazon. I actually got this in a pack, and if you've been with me for a while, you would have seen some. I've used this so many times in previous DIYs, and I love this one. It says Jesus is always the answer, and if you would agree, let me know that down in the comments below, because he actually is. Any issue or problems that you face, go to the Bible and you will find the answer. So I ironed it on, peeled it off. It is a cold peel, so you can peel it off when it's cold, and then just use the carrier sheet to embellish that. And then I flipped it back over, and I am now adding some Waverly Antique wax just to the edge of the board to make that pop and to give it dimension. And I'm using the sponge dabber for that. You don't want a lot, just a little bit. And I dabbed it on and then wiped off the excess with the baby wipe. And then now we're going to add some jute cord to our peduncle. That's the stem of the pumpkin. Yes, it's called a peduncle. And I just tacked down one end and then just wrapped that around, and I will continue on until I get to the tip of the peduncle, and then I will just snip off the jute cord. And then I am filling out those sections that you saw me stripping out the pieces from. With the jute cord, I just added a little hot glue, glued that down, and did that for all of the openings. I got this bag of pine cone and pumpkins filler from Hobby Lobby, the same haul that I mentioned earlier. And here I'm just selecting a few of those and gluing them down. Now this came from an Amazon delivery bag. I did not have any raffia or any straw, so I'm using that as my filler, and I just ripped that up in small pieces, glued that down, took out some of the little pumpkins. I actually painted those. I didn't show that on camera, but I painted those and glued those in. And then I made a bow with my ribbon. I just made one small one and another and glue them together, glue the ends together, scrunch them up in the middle, tie them together, and then I snipped off another piece for the tail, dovetail that, tie all of that together, and we have our bow. Now, there are many ways you can make your bow. This is one that I chose. If you want to see how I make a bow, I have a video on my channel. I will link that at the top here so you can check that out when you have time. And then I glue that on right at the base of my peduncle on one side. Hold on a minute here, Christine. Let me fluff the bow out first before we turn it around. And on the side that says Jesus is always the answer, I just added some fall leaves and a little pick. It matches the same flower that's on our graphic there, and I think that looks perfect. Glue that down there. I didn't want to put anything else because I didn't want it too fussy, and I think this is cute. These iron-ons are some of my favorites. Let me know what you think about this one. So for this next one, which is among my favorite, this frame is from the Dollar Tree. So I'm removing the back, removing the tag, and then I'm going to do this a different way. I took my scraping tool and I'm just creating some marks on our frame because I want that to be raised and to give it a 3D dimensional look. So then I took a hot glue and I'm making just some little impression on the frame, and this is for dimension. I went all the way around the frame, and then when that dried, I'm now going to work on the insert. I remove our little butterfly there. We're going to use that for another project one day. And then I took my white paint and I'm giving this one good coat using the sponge dabber, making sure to get into those little grooves that I had created on the frame, as well as hot glue. And I did a second coat, and now you can see the dimension coming up. And now that's done, I'm now working on the inside. Took my zip sander, sanded that down and dusted it off. And here we are using some sheets or pages from this magazine, and I selected the page that had more text on it. I also did not want any pictures or large text. And then I'm using my school glue to apply that to the frame or to the base. Placed the sheet over it, use my hand to smooth that out, and then I'm using the zip sander now to sand off the excess in a downward motion. Once we got that sanded off, now here is my rub-on transfer, guys. This is from Brandy, the DIY struggle. I will link her website in the description box below. You can check that out. This is transfer. You don't have to do any decoupaging or anything. You just place that on there and use, and this little transfer tool came in the pack as well. And I selected this one. I love it, love it. And look at how easy that came off. Cool, cool, cool. Check out Brandy's channel as well. I will link her channel down below. This is not sponsored. I am just enjoying the products. I wanted to share them with you. So check out her website and I'm sure you'll find something there that you can enjoy. So next I took some some Mod Podge and my fan brush, and I'm sealing that, making sure that I seal my project. You don't want it to be all, just in case water get on there. We don't want that. Then I place the parchment paper over it and apply some heat. And for further embellishment, I am using the jute cord to just wrap around the top of our frame a couple times. And guys, I don't know if you notice, but I place the paper on, not the paper. Yes, I place both of them on upside down because the hanger at the back is permanent. I didn't do anything to that, but I just did not check to make sure I was putting everything on before I seal everything. But we're gonna fix that. So now I use some antique wax to just distress that, and that made it pop even more. And then I'm using a sponge dabber and some Mod Podge multi to seal that. Don't forget to check out the other videos on the playlist. Follow my video all the way down. Now to go a little further in the embellishment, I got these little roses from Amazon and I just put 3 of them together and wrapped it around with the jute cord, and we're gonna glue that at the bottom left right here. And this one is done, my friends. Let me know what you think about this one. I love it, love it, love it. Now here is our scripture for today. Now this is the second portion of Romans 8:31 to 39, and this section is 34 to 36. It says, "Who is he who condemns? It is Christ who died, yes, who is risen, who is also at the right hand of God, who also intercedes for us. Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword? As it is written, for your sake we are killed all day long. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter." And that is the love of God for you, my friends. If you want to check out part 1, that is Romans 8:31 to 33. Now here we are for the final reveal. So I know some of you might be asking if that is my cat. No, it is not. I love cats. Well, I don't love cats. My husband loves cats, but that is not my cat. It's a part of the video. But I love it. It was so cute. But guys, let me know which one of these projects was yours. I love my reversible, my double-sided pumpkin. And what would be so cool if you put it on a Lazy Susan like I have it on, and spin it around if you have this in the center of your dining table for fall or Thanksgiving, and you just spin it around. Nobody would be able to tell you that it's not the same sign. Thank you, my friend Tammy, for joining me for this session. Thank you, Tanya, for being my co-host. And guys, be sure to look out for Hello Harvest that's coming up in October. But let me know which one of these was your favorite. If you enjoy content like this and would like to see more, here is a video that I think you will enjoy. Be sure to watch that one when you're done watching the playlist. Stay safe, my friends, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye.